president of the board who's Latino. We have the CEO who's Latino. They have different positions. He was the president of the board that told the security guards to remove me from that meeting when I started doing nothing. I did something as simple as read off the evidence for the corruption in the law department, the incompetence of the law department for failing to. They failed to interview. What does it count now? At least 32 witnesses.
They were up to 38.
38 witnesses. Failed to look at evidence like that time card evidence. So you don't fail. You don't make failures that huge unless it is you are completely incompetent or you're doing it on purpose. You don't want any evidence that's going to go against the narrative that you're trying to build. And that's why I go back to those 7 white teachers and say, yes, they may be at the center of this, but those 7 white teachers in their lives were used by a system that did not want to see Abdul Muhammad. Say that again. Those white 7 white teachers were used by attorneys, by network chiefs, by departments heads, by people who led a system that itself did not want to see Abdul Muhammad. The same system that removed Gerald Ross, another very powerful, strong black person. He came into Dunbar High School, which was bleeding students, which was bleeding programs, brought in a program where a kid could graduate from high school with a pilot's license. One of the programs was kids could graduate with licenses to practice trades that they did not have before. Raised the attendance, raised the enrollment, and the school was actually on a trajectory upward when it was on a trajectory downward. But we have a district that once that failed to school to this, it was basically the last bastion of vocational education training for black students. And we have a district that wants to see that school closed down so that they can give that school to what? To who? The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, a majority white labor union that typically will not accept, that historically has not accepted black people into their apprenticeship program at any kind of high rate. So we have a system that wants to give away Dunbar, which has such an, I went to Dunbar. I was trained in Dunbar. So many black folk came out of Dunbar with a skill and good work. You graduate with a skill and you can work, you're much less likely to go out and ruin your life. Robbing somebody or doing something that would get you put in jail. Right? And so Gerald Murrow was reversing that trend. They did not like it. It's the same thing they did to Abdul, they did to Kim, except he still doesn't know his charges. Because when they released Kim, they removed him, they said, he's removed pending an ongoing investigation. Well, that was in December. When are you going to finish this investigation? You never planning on releasing the charges because you know those charges just look just as awful and incompetent and backward as the charges against Abdul Muhammad. Again, that's just a joke.
Can I just say this real quick, sister? I need everybody to understand, and we want to give you the information, but we also want you all to pull up. So that's the most important part. Yes, sir. The action that we do after we have this conversation. But I'll say this, and you can find this on information on the website. There was a teacher at the school who offered the athletic director by the name of Miss Davis. She's one of her name is Davis. She's one of the stars.
So bringing this information about you just said, don't forget your not brother. It's for us to pull up and to engage. Go to the website one more time.
JusticeForAbdulMuhammad.com.
Okay, y'all heard that?
JusticeForAbdulMuhammad.com.
Yeah, somebody put that in the chat. JusticeForAbdulMuhammad.com. JusticeForAbdulMuhammad.com. Keep going, don't
So, just to let you all know how corrupt this is. Star witnesses that was used in this investigation, coming by the name of Christina Davis, who was the athletic director as well as the at Lebanon High School. When I got to Lebanon, Sister Vicky, I noticed that there were certain financial things that were not being done. This teacher managed these sporting events. He was not turning in the money from the football game. So they sell tickets to the football game, and none of the money was being turned in. So we had a huge homecoming game. And the stands were full. I was at the homecoming game. I get back to the school the next week, and I asked the question, well, where is the money from the homecoming game? No money had been turned in. So I asked the question and made this white teacher accountable for black children, because this is black folks' money we're talking about. So there were no records being kept of none of any of these transactions. So she just turned in anything and say this was what we raised, right? Was the tickets that were sold. So I noticed that after the homecoming game was the 5th game in the season. So I said, well, where's the money from the 4 other games? That money has not been turned in. So Sister Vicky, and this is not an exaggeration, we have all of the facts, all the receipts. We have the receipts, right? So I bring the clerk, Mr. McDaniel, that Troy talked about, and the athletic director into my office, and I asked them, where's the money from the previous football games? Their response to me is, there is no money. So then I pull out the stadium receipt from the stadium manager, and I put it on the table and say, well, here's a stadium receipt that says $714 worth of tickets was sold. Then I asked the question again, where's the money? The clerk didn't have nothing to say because she knew she was busted. Now this white woman, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you all this. She said, I brought my own money to make change, so that's my money. She tried to argue with me and say because she brought her own money to make change, that all of the money was her money. Lord have mercy. I said, Miss Davis, if you sold one ticket for $5, the $5 needs to be turned into the school. She left the meeting saying that it was her money. She emailed me on Saturday. We have the email. And in the email, because she knew she messed up. In the email, she said, I realized my mistake. I'll have the money for you on Monday. So the money was sitting in her bank account. Now listen, this is 2 months after the game. The CPS policy is you're supposed to turn in money 24 hours after the event. This is 2 months after the game, and they're turning money in. So it's this type of accountability, come on, that the white teachers did not want coming from a black man. And when I came into school holding white people accountable for, and let me just be clear so your listeners understand when we ask them to do something when it's time to pull up. This was not the only white teacher that had black folks' money sitting in their bank account. Wow. The reason that we expose Miss Davis is because she is the one that says that it's her words, that she is the leader. These are her words. She is the leader of the opposition against the principal. Ringling, her words, that she told to a parent in thinking that she was getting the parent on her side, and when she said that to the parent ended up coming on our side. Wow, that's her foolishness. Now, again, she's not the only teacher. It has had thousands. We have the emails. We have the receipts for everything we saying. Thousands of dollars of black people's money sitting in their bank accounts when it should have been in the school's bank account. I come in and correct what was incorrect, and I'm the one that was investigated by Chicago Public Schools. You can't even make this up.
This is powerful. This is powerful. You are sitting here impacting, challenging. I heard you mention attorneys. I can't even remember all of the different establishments, systems, schools, union heads, this, that, and the third, all this. I mean, I'm listening. Look at the multiple systems that are involved. Multiple schools, multiple entities, multiple individuals that are involved.
Absolutely.
Then you have the nerve to check with receipts a black man holding white folks accountable, and we cannot overemphasize what you've been saying. Black people's money.
Right. Thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars of black people's money sitting up in this woman's account. She acknowledges even some of her errors based on some of what you just said. Is that right? She acknowledges.
We have the email receipts. Absolutely.
Say that again. We got the email receipts.
We got the email. So the thing that we don't know, Sister Vicky, is we don't know in the years past what happened, because I wasn't there in the years past. All I can speak on is what happened this year. When I first got to Lindblom, my first day at Lindblom was July 7, 2022. On July 11th, 2022. I just walked in the door. I asked for an audit so we could audit all financial records. So, you know, when a black man walks in the door holding people accountable who don't want to be held accountable, have an issue with that. And rather than be honest, then what they did is, and up to this point, we're up to 83 lies that they told the Chicago law department. But the thing about it is, it's just like Emmett Till. It's the same principle as what happened with Emmett Till. The white woman's words were enough for them to act, not just for the two lynchers, but the whole system, as Troy said, the whole system in Mississippi backed the white woman's words against Emmett Till. So much so that when they found the warrant for her arrest a few years ago, the system was so corrupt that when they found the